Good morning, everybody. We are going to be looking at Season 1's PvP pieces, what we can do to gear the fastest way possible to try and outpace others, and what the best and most efficient way of getting these pieces would be. So first off, what we need to go ahead and look at is crafting gear. All right, so crafting is probably going to be our fastest way. It's super simple now with, well, Dragonfly kind of revamped the way we craft things. But for crafting, all you're going to need are these gladiators, Forge Gladiators of Heraldry right here, which is 175 Conquest and is a crafting regent. So all you're going to have to do is go to the auction house or craft it yourself, craft an Allegari piece, and then utilize one of these to make that into a PvP item. This is going to give it a PvP item level of 639. So it's very simple. The downside is going to be that it's going to cost a lot of money. It's going to be a lot of gold, especially if you're not into professions or anything like that, especially with the season just starting. But you'll be able to craft your weapon, set pieces, or anything like that if that's going to be your route. But that's going to be completely up to you. That's not going to be a must thing to do, but it will be probably the fastest and easiest way to obtain any kind of high conquest type pieces. You'll also be able to use these to go ahead and craft your weapon if that's what you want to do. Personally, the third week of this season, we're going to be given a quest to get our weapon. We're going to be wanting to complete that quest. We'll be getting a conquest weapon. If you get to choose that weapon, I'm not sure. I'm going to imagine that we do. So hopefully they give you each choice of weapon to actually choose from. But in the third week, Blizzard's giving us that. It's free. It's a quest to knock out. It's going to be super simple. So if you don't want to get your weapon through crafting or utilizing your conquest to get your weapon, then that's what you should do. Wait until the third week. And as far as what we need to spend our conquest on, we're going to be looking at the conquest vendor, right? So we are given sparks last week. We were given sparks again for this week for the quests. We're going to be able to pick up our chest, helm, legs, or hands and shoulders as well to turn into a set piece. This is going to be the first way we actually obtain our set pieces. So by the end of the week, you should have 2 of them at least. You need to kind of gauge what pieces are going to be most useful to you as a player. It's going to be different for each class depending on what kind of stats you need, but you're going to grab the set piece, you're going to take it over to the catalyst, and the catalyst you're going to use and transfer it into a set piece, and that's going to be your first set. Your second set piece is going to come from rated PvP. So as long as you obtain 1600 in any rated PvP, you're going to get a Mark of Mastery. That Mark of Mastery is going to be taken to somewhere in Najkahet in the palace. I'll show it up here on the map. Down here, and if you scroll in, this area. So right by the City of Echoes dungeon, you're going to be able to go right here. There's an NPC in this area where my mouse is, and you'll be able to exchange that Mark of Mastery for another set piece. So by the end of the week, you should have at least 2 set pieces as long as you get that 1600 rating. And the last way to obtain more gear that's better than honor gear, but just slightly less than conquest, is going to be our bloody tokens. So our world PvP gear is set at 636, where conquest is 639, and honor is at 626. So this is going to be better than your honor gear. So if you do a lot of world PvP, definitely start using your bloody tokens this way. We're going to be giving a quest this week. I'll show you over here. Over at Ruffius, this guy's going to give us 3 quests, 3 PvP quests specifically. So you're going to be given a world PvP quest and 2 rated PvP or unrated PvP quests to knock out for more conquest and more honor. But that world PvP quest is going to give you 1,000 bloody tokens for a reward, and you're going to take those 1,000 bloody tokens. By the end of that quest, you'll probably have around maybe 1150 or 1200, and you'll be able to buy 2 pieces right off the bat of world PvP gear. So like I said, it's going to be better for this. You're not going to be able to spend it on trinkets, rings, or a neck piece, but they have all your other set pieces and weapon as well. But like I said, probably hold out on the weapon thing. And then those other 2 quests that you knock out, the reward is going to be honor and conquest, and all that conquest that you obtain is going to go towards your weekly cap of 1600. I haven't done, well, I did a solo earlier, but that conquest is going to be capped at 1600, and it's going to reset or increase next week. So in a nutshell, by the end of this week, you should have at least 2 set tier pieces, maybe a crafted weapon if that's what you decided to go with, or any other crafted gear that you wanted, and then at least 2 world PvP pieces, with the rest being honor gear. So right now, that's where we should be. The way that you can get any further ahead is only through crafting realistically, and then once next Tuesday hits another reset, we'll be good to go to get some more Conquest gear. But that's going to be the order of how we get gear, what we need to do. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments if I actually missed anything, or maybe I said something incorrectly. And if you could please the YouTube gods, like the video, and I'd appreciate it. Take care, people.